Cancer and Capricorn, welcome to Moonlight Truth Studios. For those of you that do not know, I am Mama So. I come with my faults, my flaws, my hiccups and all, my imperfections too, irritations, all that, okay? We are currently all, as a collective, are in the energy of Leo season. And Leo season has been coming to expose some things of ourselves and what we have been projecting or will be, or what others, are showing us some truths, some exposures coming to actual light. Okay. Of course, it can show up or appear in many different ways here. However, my Cancer and Capricorn energy, we are going to do Cancer here. We're going to do Capricorn here. Do know that energy can flip flop. However, my intention is to do two general energies and then bring the energies together for the fullness of the message. Also, my Cancers and Capricorns, you may, if your resonance is not here, you may want to check your, oops, oh, my ring just snagged me. You may want to check your carnal energy of Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn. If your resonance is not here, you can also check another season within the studios that I have that here on YouTube are considered to be playlists. Okay, so yeah. All that jazz. You know what to do when you come into the YouTube streets. Like, subscribe, share, comment, hit that bell notification so you know when I upload or go live. Well, why did I say live? I'm not going live. Let me see what's going on with my air. Yeah, I'm not going live. I don't intend on going live, y'all. I can't have too much smoke going in my face now, okay? When I upload, this is not a microwave effect. This is a space that is for those that are ready to face the things that are standing in front of them from reaching their authentic soul purpose, okay, their soul self, reconnecting back into the inspiration within purpose and why you have come here in the first place. So there may be connectivity also within your Chiron or possibly your Lilith as well energy. Your north and your south node energy may be another area that you may also want to explore within the playlist here on YouTube. Taking a little bit of the peace pipe with my medicinal herb blend. She might keep burning. I really want her to go out. So, yeah. Also, check out the collective Leo season message as well, where everything started from. There may be some pieces there for you as well. Did I say that I am not a microwave effect? I will take my time to dissect. I also forget things. I stumble. I have kerfuffles. I come as a holistic individual. Ancestors, supreme, creative source, ancient of the ancient ancestors. This ring is not going to work. I got to remove that. It's an interference. Is that going to go on there? Nope. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if that'll work. No, I'm having technical difficulties, families. Minor technical difficulties, families. Okay. Well, this is irritating my ass too. So what the hell? Anywho, so maybe there's a particular modality that you may have been working with, crystals or jewelry, and they just seem like they're awkward now. What I'm hearing is that for some of you, they may need to switch or scatter the energy, cleanse and clear and charge them. Do not charge any of your crystals by water unless you know specifically that that crystal is safe for the water, like black obsidian or clear quartz or smoky quartz or rose quartz. that are safe for water. Nothing like selenite, pyrite, malachite, none of those type of things go into water. But yeah, there's a need for cleanse and clear, scattering the energy, giving whatever it is that this is another job, another position, another location for some of my Cancer Capricorns. This has been going around. Yeah, this exposed. It has been showing. Let's see if we can get it off the bottom. It has been. I'm gonna get it off the bottom, y'all. It has been showing its face. It really has. It's been showing its face. Cancer, Capricorn. All right. Supreme creative source, ancient of the ancient ancestors and the higher realms of our greatest good and our highest vibration. What is it that we in the energy of Cancer and Capricorn need to see, hear, and know at this time of Leo season 2026, even though these messages are timeless, because everyone's process and cycle and phase of growth and development is different. Cancer. Frisky, time to play. Capricorn, do you want to come out? Head over heels. Head over heels, Cancer. Maybe you've been taking your, nourishing, doing too much, and you might be feeling a little frisky, The lioness within the Cancer may be feeling a little frisky because it needs to play, right? Because you're constantly taking care of the house and the home. And that inner part of you, which is your inner child, that spark of you, really needs you to do something that is childlike memory, that was happy, good memory for you, the individual that's on the other side. There's a piece to the puzzle. It's like unraveling. We'll get more. Yeah, we'll unravel more as we move forward. I don't know what's up with my mugwort. Why it's so woody. I had tried another brand some time ago and I use it sparingly, but I just do not like the way she burns. I have a lot of some outside that I really need to harvest. I got a lot outside that I need to harvest. But anywho, I'm just feeling this because this is part of mother responsibilities, or even just self responsibilities to nurture and feed the body. Anywho, Capricorn, what do we need to see? What needs to come out? What needs to be expressed? That's too much, boo. You got a lot going on, huh? Pounce, caution, judgmental. Okay, judgmental, pounce. Bottom, this was the underline to something. This was also the underline to somebody recent. Not Libra, Aries. That was Virgo, Pisces. That may be significant to my Cancer Capricorns. Okay, so yeah, cautious, beware of dogs, and B, choose non-action. Yeah, that's like the non-action of responsibility so that you can actually take some time to nurture yourself. Just constantly doing everything else, the hustle and the bustle. I really feel like this is relevant, and it was the one that was facing me, correct? That I moved to see that, to open that up, if I'm not mistaken, if my memory does not deceive me. So we're going to take the one that is facing me. And here we have prosperity, have it all. Yeah, they tell you that you cannot have the best of both worlds. Bull crap, because when you've reached your limit, okay? When you've reached your limit on either side of the pole, whether you're a homemaker, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're a father, whether you're a mother, okay? Somewhere in here, you, the individual, have been doing too much. And it seems like this Leo season is really asking you to relax for a little while, to let your hair down, to, untie your strings to your hair. Some guys, okay, guys, fellas, some of you got short cuts, some of you got long hair, some of you got locks, so, untie your hair. It's like there's a sense of needing to be and be and just feel free. Let's see what's in. I'm not liking this, Supreme. Girl, you always changing something. I know. It's just, it wouldn't be right. That's energy. Energy is forever moving. Anywho, anywho. Let's see how this go together, y'all. There's something else here, but I had to take my key beads off because I think they might have been interfering within the microphone. And if it did, I do apologize for that. Okay, that was not my intentions. So let's move forward, but time to play and choose non-action, right? Non-action means just a moment to be still, just to enjoy nature as well. You know, maybe it's not playtime for you. Maybe you just need to go by the water and be purified and purged by the water just by observing nature around. Or maybe even just simply building a fire or something, and if you're in a place where you can't do that, then shoot, at least you can get a grill or something, you know what I'm saying? And or go to the park and put some pieces of wood in there and catch that on fire, just so you can have that not moment of non-action, but that unraveling the pieces to the puzzle too, that may be what is required or needed for you to actually get whatever this clarity is that you may actually need to see. But let's go in further. How does this come together? What is the overall, what we need to see? This is my star code astrological deck. You're sticky, booby. I need to powder her. She's sticky. She's been out in this room in this humidity and stuff. So I need to dust her. Cleanse and clear her with my powder. It's just white. Let's see. Feels better. Solar calm and solar flares. Clarity and activate. Moon, perspective, perception. I'm really trying to get me a sip. But let's get this card out first. Grandma Spider. What do we need to see? What else do we need to see with this frisky? Be frisky. Be frisky. Be free. Be playful. Be cheerful. Take some time off. Yep, take some time off. What do we have here? Capricorn. Take some time off. Achieve. Just constantly doing. Ninth house. Exploring. Trying to make sense of information. Okay? Yeah. Constantly trying to make sense of information. Ninth house. Sagittarius. Y'all see that, right? Capricorn. The ruling energy is responsibilities. Stepping up, having to constantly be the responsible one. The one that's constantly showing up. Supreme, where do we go from here? There's a deeper root or a deeper cause in this, because this is what you've been doing. You've been the overachiever. Whatever it is in your life, you're the one that has been standing up. You've been standing at the top of the mountain. Some of you may have also, my Cancers and Capricorns, you may have been staying within the mountains up at the peaks too long as well. And maybe there's, a spiritual thing that you've been trying, or some type of connection, that you've been waiting for, or connection. But maybe this connection is for you to return back to earth. and enjoy some of the physical things outside of your normal routines. Okay. This is what I'm getting in this. But I feel like I need another energy before I go into the tarot, and I'm kind of cross between, um, because this is what it is. It's just like you got to play more, or you got to come down out the mountain, off the mountaintop, and interact with other people. Some of my Cancer Capricorns, you've been isolating yourselves. You just been doing the bare minimum, just barely getting through the bare minimum. And there's something uneasy. Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't like the way this is burning. Something's uneasy. Let's use Kepler. Trying to blow some smoke on it. I think I have too much mugwort or mullein in my herbal blend, and it's just not doing properly. It can also be the air circulation that's interfering as well, because it's in one of those pre-pack whatever something things, and it's irritating me. But they're asking me to bless them with smoke. So let me light up my dream girl, my other girl, okay? My other girl, my other herbal girl, should I say? My other herbal essence. I cut them in half because I be putting them out too much. I stop and go. I don't keep going. I don't go to the head, y'all. All right, Kepper. What do we need to see for come on, Leo. What we need to see for these Capricorn and Cancers? Okay. We're the dominant we're the dominant force of authority within the leader, having to maintain the structures, have to build and do all the plans, have to do all the organizing, have to uphold all the responsibilities, don't really have time for the self and don't really have time for the children, the frisky. Some of you don't have time to even spend with your own children because you're engulfed so much into what it is that children engulfed into what it is that you're trying to achieve. I take that as a sign. Yeah. We can take that as a sign, right? Especially with that inner child being down at the bottom. The message, just ensure 7th house relationships, who you relating to. There's no relevance. Thoughts and messages. So these messages and these thoughts here, it almost seems like, because 7 and then 1 plus 6, which isn't the proper way when you're doing reading the signs of numbers. This is actually a subtraction according to Roman numerals. But for those, this would still be 2 7s, or this would be 75. So someone could have been born in the year 75. You may be 51. Someone here may also be 32. And 36 or 7. Yeah. So, yeah. The thoughts, the creation, the messages. So it's like some of you are getting it. Some of you are receiving it, but you're just not doing it. You're picking up on it, but you're just not following through. You're not making the time. You're not actually taking it and putting it in the mailbox. So you're not taking the intention and acting on it, right? So it says choose non-action. So it's like you're choosing the non-action in the wrong space. Here we go. Yeah, my Cancer and Capricorn, Leo season is really trying to shine the light on you and how you keep having the intention to take time out for the children or to do something, or, to do something specifically for you, but you keep allowing yourself to continue to be consumed by the ways of the world, what it is that you're trying to build and maintain, the Maya. The false delusion, the false narrative. It's not equally yoked. So that means that the masculine and feminine energy is not working in coherent and not working together properly. I need some air, y'all. Hold up, I keep hitting the wrong button. Shit, I need some air. Whew. Please don't interfere with my candles too much. Oh God, mercy, mercy. Uh-oh, shit. Y'all want to see everything bounce around probably a little bit more, but y'all energy has I can't do that. Look at that candle. That's not safe. It might catch my card on fire. I lost that thought, fam. Okay. But yeah, that's what I'm hearing. There's been some broken promises, or yeah. What else do we need to see with Cancer energy, Supreme Grandma Spider? Love, nurture, and the lovers. The unity. That's what I was speaking about, right? Source just comes right in and brings it in. We have the Queen of Cups, okay, Cancer, and the lovers. Yeah, so there's a disharmony within the masculine and feminine principle within my Cancer and my Cancers and Capricorns, okay? It seems like that part of the divine feminine, whether you're male or female, is missing in this. It's always the masculine within the actions of doing. Feminine, divine feminine energy is creative energy. It's the energy that actually wants to bring something into a manifestation. As far as the things that bring it joy, things of the ego is what wants you to create the things within the empire or within the mundane, to take care of the responsibilities X, Y, and Z, but there's no room for monetary value towards the things that you actually, within your unknown essence, want to come forward, which is actually the power of you, which is your inner child. Okay. That nurturing creativity of the inner child, because that inner child spark is that co-creative energy with source or with the divine. Capricorn, what do we need to see about B? What do we need to see about choose non-action? Okay. I don't know. I just heard money, 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 money. Show me that money. Show me that money. Hurry up and buy. Oh gosh. Is that that's Capricorn right now? For real? Gotta keep being on the hustle and the bustle, chasing that bag. Look, gotta keep being on the hustle and the bustle, chasing that bag. Over and over again. Gotta meet this, gotta do this, gotta pay Peter, gotta pay Paul. I ain't trying to rob Peter to pay Paul. So I gotta go chase it. Come on, Capricorn. Capricorn, why are you being so stubborn? How go? Why you being so stubborn? You see how it landed, right? Why you being so stubborn? The Capricornus energy and who this specific is for, where this resonates, especially if you're still here. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay? Which is about change, destiny, overcoming obstacles, karma, past debts. Capricorn is ruled by the planet Saturn. Saturn, okay? Which is about the institutions and how you choose to govern and rule within your house of your divine feminine energy. At this point, it doesn't matter whether you're Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising or beyond, or Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and beyond. Okay? This is the collective energy in who this most resonates for. Okay? So you saw how it landed. Rewind if you have to. It landed right in alignment to here. And it's a major arcana, which means it's a major situation. The divine feminine energy within Cancer of the mother coming forward, the divine mother source, is letting you know that the union within you is not within it, because it requires you to have playtime. It requires you to connect with yourself as one holistic individual in order to have that euphoria within that essence of bliss within one's heart. I do desire you hear what Mama So is speaking. The message, the thoughts stuck in the past. Thoughts stuck in the past. How can we get this light? Right? Reminiscing, painting portraits of things of old. The portraits of old. It's taking you off your spiritual path, from getting the messages in, from getting the lessons in, from getting the time in with the inner child within the divine of the unknowing. What else comes out with this Wheel of Fortune? Supreme, Grandma Spider. What else comes out with this Wheel of Fortune? The Six of Wands. It's the only thing that's going to set you free. That's where the true victory, the true achievement is. Yeah, the temperance, the balance, the masculine and the feminine, the darkness, the light, the water, the sun, the dry, the green grass, desert. How can we bring them together to bring the achievement, how to be whole? This is the Six of Wands. Choose non-action. Choose non-action towards the world. There's a need to deny that area. There's a need to deny the world for a little while so that this ninth house of exploration can actually lead you where you need to be, because that's like the part that I said at the beginning, where, you know, being isolated, or being at the top of the mountain, or being inside of your shell, Cancer, inside of the waters, right? To where you need to come down so that you can be seen, so that you can be recognized, so that you can participate, so you can receive the messages, so you can be around when the male lady or the male man comes around, you know, with that particular thing that you actually need to get your spark going. But as long as you're staying within yourself and rigid or stuck within your rigid, methodical, you know, routine, it's going to be difficult for you to make the necessary changes and for you to really feel whole or complete. It's like some of my Cancers and Capricorns right now, the energy, the Leo is going to be shining light onto the areas where you're feeling depleted, or shining lights in those areas of depletion. I lost it. There was something else. Hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog. Yeah, I really don't like when I lose track, but pardon me. Okay. This is also because this is about public, being recognized by the public, which is, always showing up, having to be involved with the public, but not really spending the time with the self as a whole. So it's like some of you may say, oh, well, I spend time. Well, what are you doing? Are you doing something fun, something creative, something uplifting? Are you penetrating your mind with trash news or trash scrolling? Or are you filling your mind with knowledge and learning things about yourself? Or learning the different modalities or the different schools of thought within ancient civilization? Are you learning about, natural wildlife? What are you doing, right? In this so-called still time, for those of you that want to combat the message that Grandma Spider is bringing, the Supreme Creative Source is bringing forward at this time. Let me see where we're going from here, okay? I don't know, Cancer, Capricorn, y'all bringing in the energy, because I've already been feeling the ancestors already, but it seems like the ancestral collective of the mothers and fathers. I don't know. I may do that after this, being that I'm kind of already caught up. But let's get a repair, evolution, growth oracle card, okay? Because it seems like, what is it that you need to help bring you into this, you know, into the self, into the center with self, to commune within self, the desire to make the necessary changes so that you can achieve that bliss. It's nothing like working hard and having to manage all of this shit and that shit. Then you got this and that, and you got to come home and manage this and this and this and that. Like, how can you make things within your life or create space to make your life a little easier? How can you utilize the level of power that you have, around you, depending on what it is that you do? You know what I'm saying? How much vacation time do you have? How much sick leave, paid sick leave, or whatever do you have? How can you create? It's like a need to plan to create this time. Look, time is infinite. It could be 30 minutes to start. Build yourself up to an hour to start. Get a frisbee, get a badminton, take a partner, go have some fun, go to the park, build it up an hour and a half. Go back half an hour, just something, just you. You see what I'm saying? There's no excuses. There's room and space to manage and do certain things. Yeah, still get the best of you. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is to bring the awareness into it so that way it can start to become a level of your routine. What is this area of repair? What is needed the most for my cancer? I hope you saw that. The card jumped out here, but then my alarm after 2 o'clock for my upload, and I had to clear it and restart. So I'm going to have to join this together. But we have new beginnings with the intentions. Didn't I say something about intentions earlier or something like that? Okay, within the messages and the thoughts or something. But let's see what this is. Joy. Ancestors, spirit guides, higher self. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you for validating Mama So. Fun and adventure. Joy. There's the inner child again. Look, we cannot make this shit up. I don't know how the camera is. Yeah, I do, I think. Look, I'm going to get this the best that I can. And I need y'all to take that in because it's part of your growth, your healing, your evolution, so that you can become integrated and become whole and complete and not divided and separated. And so that there's not one greater or less than the other within the energy of the masculine and feminine, within the mother and father authority within you, that you govern, that you rule. But hey, yeah, okay, because this overachievement within the world and what you're chasing it for as success, it got you going in the wrong direction, Spoo. That's how I'm hearing. It got you going in the wrong directions, feeling unhappy, feeling empty, feeling unfulfilled. Keep coming across the unrequited job, relationship, family ship situation, unrequited contracting ship or air conditioned AVAC, healthcare, unrequited healthcare, things that are not equal, things that are not able to give you all of what it is that you truly need to sustain you within your wholeness. Listen, set your intentions. Leo season needs you to set your intentions to really focus on the joy of you and coming together within the house of the masculine and feminine with the inner child to really see what is the best path moving forward. And until then, frog in my throat. I'm here to trigger. That's my point. It's my purpose. But it's also to give you the food and the nourishment that goes along with the trigger. That's the guidance and the words of encouragement, the words of strength. And if you have made it this far, I truly, truly am humbly grateful. And I want to thank you. And make sure that you like, subscribe, share, comment, hit that bell notification so you know when I upload. I am truly searching out and seeking for my tribe, those that are seeking for the truths, those that are ready to rediscover and to empower themselves, because now they're ready to face the things within the shadows, ready to face the truths and laugh and talk about themselves so that they can heal, grow, and evolve. And until then, I am Mama So. Good night.